surely have picked up 3 question points.
Welcome back to Orient Live for today's game against Exeter City at St James's Park. In the studio with me today, I've got Elliot Byrne and Glenn Wilkie. Guys, 4 wins in a row, looking for a 5th today. Glenn, how impressive have you been with Leyton Orient recently?
Results-wise, very impressed. Results-wise, there's always room for improvement on the pitch. Like last week, it was sort of first half, second half. We got the job done, right? And same with the away games and the previous results. The main thing is, at this stage of the season and looking at the table, we need points. Again today, 3 points today is, I wouldn't say vital because of the teams below us and the number of points they've got, but it'll be a nice cushion just to ease us away from that sort of relegation zone or the fight down there, and just to sort of calm everyone down, because we're playing with good confidence at the moment and settled team today, one change. But I think the players have done really well, but there is room for improvement with consistency and the way we play.
It can be quite hard to reflect on last week's performance with Wycombe going down to 10 men so early on, but it can be quite tough to play against 10 men. We've seen that in Bradford earlier this season, so yeah. Orient did do well to hang on and even get the second goal in the 90th minute.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought actually Wycombe kind of impressed me with how they played with 10 men. They were brave. So it wasn't one of those games where the opposition just sat back and gave us all the ball, and those can be tricky, themselves in terms of trying to break teams down. And they were resilient defensively, but they still showed they were a good team, and we still had to play at a high level to beat them, and we deserved that win. And we've deserved all the wins over the last kind of run of games. So it's been a really positive run of form, and we should take great confidence from it.
Not many teams can win 5 games in a row, and it's a good opportunity today when you play next to side that aren't in the best of form.
You just put a kiss of death on it, haven't you? Put a kiss of death on it.
I don't think you meant to.
4 out of 4. They've lost 5 out of 5. Oh, no, we're going to win.
I didn't mention the 5 out of 5. You're not meant to recognise it, but it is a good opportunity for Orient today.
No, definitely. You look, football's played on paper, it'd be easy, right? You look at the form guide, and you think it's a shoo-in win. However, Exeter, even though they've lost games recently, apart from the Cardiff game where they got thumped at home, I think maybe one or other Bolton, they've been in the games and they've been very close and they've done really well. Listening to their manager's interview this morning, he said it's good to have a whole week without a midweek fixture, so they've done a lot of work on the training pitch. He said, I think the biggest problem for them is they concede goals early, right, and then they just crumble. So that's the thing. Well, we know that we need to try and score early, because the longer they're in the game, the more confident they'll grow and they'll get better, right? But it's a really, really good opportunity for us today to go on the road again, get our 3rd sort of consecutive away win on the spin. Be really good for us. But I think that early goal could be crucial. It's
the kind of ongoing battle, isn't it? That the momentum we've got at the minute is great, and that means we can go into any game thinking that we can beat the opposition. But we're at the kind of business end of the season, and every team's fighting for their lives, and Exeter will be very aware that they've got the relegation zone just over their shoulder. So we can't go into the game expecting it's going to be easy, because they've got everything to play for. So it should be a competitive game. But as you said, and Richie said quite a lot this season, in this league, with our team and the calibre of our team, we can beat anyone when we're good.
The thing is, St James's Park could be a horrible place to go to. They've got the big bank behind the goal, as you said, relegation zone just over their shoulder. So their fans are going to be really up for today. Yeah, and that's why it's important we shut them up as quickly as possible, because you don't know what they're like. They might start turning on their own players, and it'll be a horrible environment for their own team. So if we can get in front early, it'll be a really uncomfortable atmosphere for their own team and their own players, I believe. Exeter, I don't know what the weather's like down there. It's normally sunny in Devon this time of year. It could be okay. But look, what did we do when we played there last season? Good score. Azim scored a hat-trick, that kind of thing. So if muscle memory and all that, we've got good memories of playing there. So hopefully everyone's confident. Speaking about Azim, how impressed have you been with him in recent weeks?
Yeah, I think he's been an absolute revelation in the centre of the park. I think Richie's been really big on him and really complimentary, and the amount of ground he covers in terms of that, he's obviously very technically gifted. We've all been able to see that for his time here, but I felt sometimes maybe he wasn't able to put his stamp on games. But he's been someone that's been played all over the pitch and maybe has just needed a run in his natural position, feeling a bit more settled, rather than playing left wing, right wing, up front. His versatility is maybe his own downfall in a way. So it's been nice for him to get a run of games. He's playing brilliantly. He offers so much on the ball. He's progressive with his passing. But he's so good physically. The way he gets around the pitch is incredible. The way his energy's so high. The way he can kind of win tackles, break play up. He's kind of like a hybrid midfielder in that way. So he's been a really good addition, and long may it continue.
Do you know what I think has done him a favour? In previous games when he was getting into the side, before the run of wins we'd been on, we were coming up against physical teams, right? So he was coming on or he was starting, and because of his physical presence, there was a lot of long balls into the box. So maybe he got a nod over somebody else to be in the team because of his physicality. And because of that, and he started, he's done well, and you don't change a winning team much. So he's kept his position and he's got stronger and stronger and stronger. And you mentioned that he covers a lot of ground. He's quite tall, he's got long legs, so he should.
Sure.
No, but he's done really well. He's been completely different from what he has been. But like Elliot says, that's probably because he's been playing in numerous positions.
But there are a few players, including Dimitri Mitchell, who hasn't had the easiest seasons, but he's a run of games. He's starting again today, and even we can say he scored last week. Maybe there's a bit of help along the way. But again, he's another player that's just thriving off confidence. Yeah,
and I think that's obviously been an issue throughout the season in terms of players struggling to find their feet and get. And I think injuries haven't helped. Everyone throughout the season have kind of picked up little niggly injuries just as they start to play, or the form hasn't been very good. So Richie's looked to rotate things or try and find out his best team. So this is kind of feels like the first period where we've had a really nice settled team. And it felt like just before this run, there was kind of almost a reset. It seems to be how it was in terms of a lot of players who maybe weren't getting a lot of minutes have kind of come into the squad at a similar time, and Richie's gone, show us what you can do. And they've all taken it, by the scruff of the necks. And it's been really impressive. Dimitri's in particular, someone, again, who's played a lot of games at left back, played a lot of games at left wing, right wing, come in for a couple of games, then come out, pick up a couple of injuries. So he's, again, someone that hasn't had a lot of game time or consistent game time, and you can really see the benefits for him having the run of games. And he's got a point to prove coming back to his former club today. He's on a great run of form. He got a goal last week, hopefully he can keep going.
Earlier this week, we spoke to Richie Wellings to preview the Exeter City game and also discussed the 2-0 win against Wycombe Wanderers. Gaffer, Exeter City away this weekend. What are your thoughts heading to the game?
Usual tough game. I know they're down there at the moment and they've not had so many wins on the mat, but they've been a good opponent over the years with the old manager and rotations, good style of football. So it's a tough game like they all are, but we're in a good space at the moment. So we just need to concentrate on ourselves. Again, they're very flexible in the way that they play, so we're not sure how they'll press, how they'll build, all that kind of stuff. But we want to concentrate on ourselves, yeah.
You've got a real threat up front in Jane and Warren, 16 goals in the league this season. Obviously, played under you as well.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. We probably got Jaden a little bit early in his career. It was his first loan from Chelsea. We've seen him develop. We've seen him get stronger. But obviously with Kelman, his minutes are really, really limited. I then watched him a lot because Charlie was at Reading, so I watched them sometimes. They played up front together. So I watched him a lot, and I watched his body develop into a man. And he scores all type of goals. He's good at getting across people. He can score headers. He's good in the air. His movement's good, and he's a good finisher. We always felt like that. It was just probably sometimes when you take these lads on a first loan, it's good for the learning, but it just doesn't quite work out from on the pitch. But you could see he definitely had the talent, yeah, and I'm pleased for him.
It's coming up to a week since the last game. How good has it been to have that break instead of a Saturday, Tuesday?
Not good at all, because we was flying with a Saturday, Tuesday. When you're playing well and everyone's on fire and you've got a more or less a fully fit squad, you want the games. The training's limited at this time of year anyway, so the game's helped with that. So yeah, we've had to wait a week, but it is what it is.
How you further assess the Wycombe win?
I didn't really assess it at all because I thought we started the game well. I thought we was the better team for the first 10 minutes. We caused them problems, whether it be playing over their press or when they changed their press slightly, we played through it. And it was a really good performance. I know it's difficult at times to play against 10, especially when you leave two up and the 8s are releasing and he's not that. You think against 10 there's more spaces than he is, but you've got to switch the ball, you've got to use it well to use that extra man. And we didn't do that at times, but again, when you go 1-0 up and you've got something to hang on to, I understand where we was at. So ultimately the result was the most important. We never really I know Will got man of the match, but I don't know how he got man of the match. He was really decisive in the things that he needed to do, coming for crosses and what have you, but I think he only had 2 shots on target, and for a keeper of Will's stature, there wasn't really ones that would test him. So we kept a difficult opponent. He started threats on the pitch down to 10, so we kept a difficult opponent at arm's length, and it was a good win.
How good is it to have a goalkeeper like Will Dennis behind backline?
I think you can see that he's spreading confidence, not just forget his ability on the pitch, great personality, really good, settled in really quickly. The lads have talked to him, the staff have talked to him. So yeah, it's really pleasing. Yeah.
Is lunch at work awesome? If so, tune out now. If not, keep listening. Picture this: chef-made meals from local restaurants brought right into your workplace. No sad sandwiches, no tired menus. By tapping into the local restaurant scene, Fuda powers workplace dining for companies across the U.S., giving teams flavor, convenience, and authenticity. Half of Glassdoor's best places to work have partnered with Fuda. Is your team ready to upgrade its workplace food scene? Find out how at Fuda.com. That's FOODA.com.
You have a choice. You can waste 20, maybe 30% of your media budget, spend millions reaching bots, the wrong people, or no one at all. Or just use 0 to 1. It knows who's ready to buy. It's over 85% accurate. Zero wasted spend. The future of marketing isn't guessing. It's knowing.
With just over 15 minutes till kick-off, let's have a look at the Leyton Orient starting 11 for today's game against Exeter. In goals, number 12, Will Dennis, fullbacks Sean Clare and James Morris, with 2 centre-halves of Jack Simpson and Will Forrester as captain. 2 midfielders, Azim Abdullahi and Tariq Backinson. In front, Dimitri Mitchell on the left, Theo Archibald on the right, and Charlie Wellings in the 10, with Don Ballard leading the line. On the bench, we've got Killian Cahill, Dan Happy, Ollie O'Neill returns to the 18-man squad, Idris El Mazouni, Michael Craig, Caelan Casey and Sonny Perkins. So just the one change today, Sean Clare comes in, TJ seems to have picked up a knock. But Sean Clare, another player that's versatile, playing loaded positions. Yeah. What have you made of the season?
He's another one who's been in and out all season. I like Sean Clare. I always stated that I preferred him in midfield, but he does a good job and he's competent at right back. Shame for TJ because he started to play well. We saw some of the blocks he made certainly at Wimbledon last week. He did well. His range of passing is very good, and ultimately 99% out of 100 he makes the right decision, and that comes down to experience. But we're replacing him with somebody who's equally as experienced, with Sean Clare coming in. It gives you a bit more physicality, similar type of player where he's not going to bomb on and get forward and overlap and stuff. He probably will do that now. But he's not that type of player. So when you're playing a back four, right, you just want to keep it steady. You want to keep in your shape and give the real. Sorry, I don't want to sound rude here. The game changers the ball, right? You want to feed them that, and Sean's got a good range of passing as well, and he'll be solid there. And I think he's done all right this season. As the season's gone on, he's got better and better, like most of the players have. And there's no coincidence that our results have got better and better. It's coincided with it.
Will Dennis is another player that a lot of people speaking about. The manager highlighted it there as well, but not necessarily made a lot of saves, but he really controls that back line very well.
Yeah, and I think he's offered something that we maybe haven't had as much as we would have liked over the season. One, a bit of consistency. We've been really unfortunate in the goalkeeping department, as we're all aware. But he's a good size. He's confident. He's someone that will come out and he punches the ball really well. He commands his area. So even though he hasn't had a lot of saves to make necessarily, although he has made a couple of really, really big ones at kind of key points in matches, what he offers a defence in terms of just having a solid person behind them and being able to, when balls are coming into the box, being able to take control has been really impressive and really important for us.
What I like about him, as the weeks and games have gone on, I think when he first came in the side, he was a bit rusty because he'd been out injured and he hadn't played. I think he was trying to prove himself too much, and some of his decision making, he was too eager. He was coming for stuff that you're thinking, oh, maybe you shouldn't, and stuff, just little things like crosses or trying to catch it when he could have punched. That just small little things, but he's ironed that out as the games have gone on. And I thought last Saturday was his best game because his decision making was spot on. Like Elliot said, he came and punched the ball 2 or 3 times rather than trying to catch it. Just got us up the pitch. I just thought he was done really well, and I'm really pleased because you can see, like Elliot said, the defence. They know they've got a settled goalkeeper behind them, who they trust. That's fine. All you've got to worry about then is your opposite number rather than, oh no, what's going on behind me. So he's done really well and he's a calming influence.
Charlie Wenn's in the 10th today, 4 games in a row started. This will be his 5th today. 2 assists as well in the most recent games. Another player that hasn't had the easiest season, like we've been saying, but he's impressed a lot.
Yeah, I think we all know the ability that Charlie has. I mean, he made it almost impossible not to sign him with the performances he was putting in when he was on trial, and then the short-term contract he initially was given at the club. He has probably on the whole been one of the better players this season, I would say. He's had some really, really good spells. Okay, yeah, maybe the last couple of months he wasn't quite as influential as he maybe started the season. But I think what you know with Charlie is you're always going to get someone who runs really hard, who works really, really hard, will put himself about, and he has got the technical quality to match. That pass, the assist for Ballard against Wimbledon really highlighted that, because there's probably not many players in the squad, in the league, who can make that kind of pass. So we know we've got it in him. It's nice for him to get a run of games again, and he has been really, really good recently.
Can I say one thing about Charlie? You mentioned all his really good attributes. One thing you didn't mention, which I love about him, is his football intelligence.
Yeah.
He's had a really, really good football education, and we know where that's come from, right? From being very young, growing up to where he is now. He knows where to be on the pitch. He knows when to hook the ball on into a certain area and not get caught on it, or what to do in his movements. And that comes from his education from being a young boy up to where he is now. I'm just pleased that the other side of things, like you say, the assists, the sort of the movement, and what he brings to the team when he's on form, it feels to me like he's had a bit of a refresher. You say about the whole side. Been out of the game, and that's probably what the management want. Especially with younger players, they come in, they do well. Especially in a team that's not winning, it's very difficult for players, and you lose confidence and you lose faith, and you start questioning yourself. He's come out the side, he's come on from time to time. Now he's got back in the side. He looks like he's a fresh player, like he looked when he first came in the side at the beginning of the season. But I really like him.
I think it's sometimes forgotten with him as well, is that he's quite an inexperienced player in the grand scheme of things. Prior to the season, he hadn't really played much, if any, really, any football in the Football League. He's young. He had a brief loan spell at Oldham, a spell at Reading, but I don't know if he played any first team games. So he had it was a big jump up to suddenly be playing League One football every week, and then as the team stops winning games, you tend to simplify tactically. You tend to go a little bit longer. Tend to maybe not play through the middle just to try and solidify. And so maybe we stopped playing to his strengths in a way, and it made it harder for him to make an impact in the game. But he has done really well, and I think there's a really good player there. And with the amount of game time he's played this season, and then going forward, next season and beyond, he's only going to get better.
Today's game is available to live stream outside of the UK and Ireland on Orient Live. The EFL broadcast deal means that all of our league games are available to live stream outside of the UK and Ireland during the 25-26 season. Domestic live streaming is not available due to broadcast agreement, but selected games, including all midweek features, will be available to watch on Sky Sports Plus in the UK. Overseas fans can buy a live video match pass today for just £10 by heading to LeytonOrient.com, where overseas subscriptions are also available. And a reminder that we are still offering 15% off all Puma lines, including playing and training kit, as well as leisure wear. Visit shop.LeytonOrient.com and make the most of this exclusive offer. Glenn, I know you love a discount.
Unbelievable.
It's a good...
50, is that, I haven't got my glasses on. Was that 5% or 15?
15.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Make the most of it.
I guarantee that the club shop will be sold out next week. Once people start seeing that deal, unreal.
And let's just talk about Theo Archibald before we go into the Exeter team. Not the easiest seasons, coming back from injuries, but how impressed have you been with his return?
I love him.
Yeah? I think everyone loves him.
I'm probably speaking for every Leyton Orient supporter. I'd be very surprised if somebody didn't like him. What he brings to the team, we know the backstory now about his injuries and his knee and being out for so long. But he come back into the side, done really well. You could see him getting a bit fatigued because he was asked to play a lot more minutes than probably was required or recommended from medical staff. He's had a little sit out and he's come back on, and the guy he gets it. He gets it. He gets what it means to play for Leyton Orient. He gets football as well. He's got that nasty side to him, which we were crying out for in the team, weren't we? When we were going for a poor run of form. He's got that nasty side to him. He gets in other players' heads, but he's got star quality. He's so quick. He can catch pigeons. He's the only thing he's not done for me so far since he's been back. Yes, he did score against Luton. Was it Luton in the home game? I'd love him to get a screamer from 30 yards, just to give him a real lift. He's done well, he's got assists. He nearly scored against Wimbledon when Ballard popped in and got the hat-trick. I just think he's fantastic, and I'm really hopeful that he's here for many, many years.
He's the fans' dream player, isn't he? He, as you said, he totally gets it. He totally gets what it means for the supporters. He's the perfect representative of Leyton Orient Football Club, I think.
On Monday night, we hosted an exclusive event for Feather Orient members, launching the new fourth kit brought to you by Maber, our new kit supplier. Let's have a look at the highlights of the event.
Tonight we've launched the new fourth kit for next season, which is a members-only jersey featuring the names of everybody that signed up for the jersey. So launching in August, and reaction's been fantastic. Great to have two such great players modelling the jersey, so yeah, delighted with the reaction. 150 fans coming and being so engaged with it really feels that we're going to be part of the future of the football club, so yeah, delighted with the event. Orient fans know the club better than anybody, so we have to tap into their knowledge and their experiences of kits previously, so absolutely we'll be engaging to deliver kits that the Orient fan will be proud of. So yeah, long may it continue.
I think it is bloody gorgeous.
I think it's lovely, honestly. I just wish, I want to wear it. I want to wear it, I think it's great. I also love the fact that, you know, they had their long hiatus, but like people who are into retro football shirts like I am, I have seen clips of when Barcelona won the Champions League wearing Naiba. They had Betis, they had Atletico, if I don't remember rightly. We're their number one club, we're their number one team. So if this is a sort of like special design kit, I'm so excited to see what the home, away and third kit looks like for next season, really. I mean, yeah, it's just a lovely design. I love the big badge, I think it's great. Yeah, I can't speak highly enough of it, honestly. And I'm excited to see what they do for the other three kits, and it's brilliant. I love football kits. And this is quite an exciting project. This is something different. It's not Puma, it's not Nike, Adidas. It's like, you know, I think they're with Scunthorpe at the moment, and maybe that's the only other English team that they're with, but it's like someone hidden and unknown unless you know your history. These things are fun. Like, I always love engaging with the fans, and I think it had a great reception, the kit, to be honest. It's been fun getting to learn a little bit more about James's career as well, actually. And yeah, it's been an enjoyable night.
Just had a Q&A with all the Orient fans, and obviously revealed this new kit. Yeah, it's been a lovely evening, getting to meet everyone, getting to speak to everyone, and yeah, it's been enjoyable. It's a great thing to do, especially getting to meet the fans, getting to speak to them more one-to-one. You get to see them at the home games, but you don't actually get to meet them. So hearing their stories and hearing how much they love the club, it's great to hear. So yeah, it's been a great evening. It feels lovely. Like, the material's brilliant. I think the design's brilliant, and it's gone down a treat tonight, which is obviously the main thing.
Kindly got an email from Barry, so we've been lucky and come to see the new full shirt, which looks really nice. Remember the maybe shirts from sort of Barcelona days in the 80s. Yeah, I am that old, even though I look that young. And yeah, it's a really nice shirt, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the other three look like. There's a lot of detail. I've liked the previous black shirts we've had, and I think the red bits and stuff are really nice. I say they look good quality.
Do you know what? It's so good to not only to be able to come and see the new kit, which I've got to say is pretty good. And if the fourth shirt's anything to go by, first, second, and third are going to be pretty good. But just to hear from the company themselves and what they want to do and how they want to work with the club, it's just brilliant. It's a very good impression. Yes, I'm very looking forward to the shirts, and looking forward to being one of only less than 1,000 people that's got that one. Definitely.
I'll take it back.
Yeah, I love him. Right, let's look at the Exeter City lineup for today's game. In goal is Whitworth, the back three of Sweeney, Woodhouse and Andrew. In the middle, we've got Niskanen, Cummings, McDonald and McMillan, Cole and Mendes in front, and then Jaden Wareham leading the line. The substitutes as well: Bycroft, the goalkeeper. Then you've got Higgins, Brearley, Atchinson, Oakes, Cox and Kefo. Right, Exeter, we've already spoken about. They haven't had the best, most recent form, but they are a threat. But they have conceded a fair few goals this season as well. They have.
But I think the other end of the pitch with Wareham, we've spoken. I think Richie spoke about him just now, and Niskanen, he's got a number of assists. I think, is it 10? You're the stat man.
Niskanen, fourth highest in the league.
Fourth highest in the league. So he's a very dangerous player. He plays either on the wing or a wing back. Yep. So he's very dangerous. So we've got to be aware of them, and I know we will be. They'll want to prove a point today. They'll come out in front of their home fans, and because they are bang in trouble if they don't pick up any points today, which hopefully that sort of nervousness will go against them and suit us.
And I'm sure Jaden Wareham will want to prove a point as well, because his loan spell here wasn't probably what he hoped it would have been. He was obviously very young, and you know, coming from a Chelsea side, he hadn't got a lot of game time. So he's doing really, really well this season, and I'm sure he'll want to prove a point against us as well.
It's now time to hand you over for today's commentators, Dave Victor and Matt Hiscock.
Zone. Goal difference separates the two sides. The night before that, Leyton Orient travel to Wigan Athletic, who of course Gary Calderwood was in charge of.
Yeah, remarkable really, isn't it? And say the Grecians have appointed Matt Taylor for the second time on this occasion as interim until the end of the season. They've gambled, but it's a gamble which so far...